All right, everybody. Good evening and welcome to SpeedGaming 2. We are in the group stages of the SGLIVE 2022 Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. I am going to be doing your commentary tonight. I am barbecue.gov. We have a great race scheduled for you tonight in the group stages between MoonrisenPhoenix on our left and Team Sweden, Kingdahl on our right. Runners are on a 15-minute stream delay. So we will be getting running here. The runners have already been running, actually, for a few minutes now. So their feeds will start. They will be 15 minutes delayed. So when they start, we'll be off and running. This should be a fun match. Moonrisen had a SG Live match last night. So he's back at it again today in a match against Kingdahl, who is rocking the NES Ice Hockey sprites, one of my personal favorites. It's a fun NES Ice Hockey is a fun little game to play, just when you're messing around on NES. So if you're not familiar with those sprites on Kingdahl's side, that's what he usually plays with. So we're just waiting for the runners to get started, and we can walk through the flags that are active for the SG Live 2022 tournament as we get started. But we will be having a mixed first quest overworld, and the Armos item guaranteed to be the container heart. So there's no, as I recall, there is also no heart shuffle. So there will be one heart container on the ground, available in each dungeon. Let's see what else we have. Full start shuffle. Book is an atlas, and we're off and running, and we are at the medicine shop over by vanilla level 6. Both runners are going to make the exact same move to check the cave first up here at vanilla level 6. They will find a take any, and I would be stunned if both of them did not take a blue candle, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So they'll make their way over to the grave here. They'll try to kill these red moblins first to see if they can get them down in one candle shot to get some bombs. They don't go down in one candle shot, but in the grave area here, they will have 3 possible checks that could have a cave. The first one there on the right for Kingdahl doesn't. But 2 of them will be the push blocks, and then the third, which they can't open yet, will be the whistle spot in the grave that is where second quest, Vanilla 6, is. Moonrisen is going to do his checks there now. Kingdahl is going to check the Armos to see if the Armos heart container is here. It's not, but the letter is here. On Kingdahl's side, he's able to get that P-hat down and get his heart back. So we'll take a peek in this open cave here and find level 2. This is one of the levels you're going to want to find early because it will have one item on the floor, and it's a smaller dungeon, meaning that you will have an ideally ability to do some more exploration, cover a lot of ground in the dungeon. So Kingdahl's found 2 rooms he can't do anything in quite yet. Make that 3. He's going to have to use his candle to get around the like there. Good news, those Vires went down. Now here's some enemies that might go down to a candle shot, but unfortunately not here. Do the gels go down to 1 candle shot? Yes, they do. They either are 0 or 1 HP. The enemies in this flag set, by the way, can be rolled up to plus or minus 2 HP. So kind of a normal HP divergence that you would see in most competition flags. As Kingdahl's going to get a 4-pack of bombs for taking out those gels. That should give him some more ability to look around a little bit here in this level 2. He's locked in a room there with a bunch of enemies he can't deal with, and that's going to be enough for him. On Moonrisen's side, he has screen scrolled over to the Death Armos, which only has some Tektites running around, so he should be able to grab his heart there, which he is able to do. So those 3 Eastern Armos checks are all going to be caves. All right, and that's the second take any for Moonrisen. He will grab a heart container here. The white sword item is going to be an item that's shuffled in with the rest of the items. As usual with Randomizer, it can take between 4 to 6 hearts to be able to pick up the white sword item. So both our runners now, that they have 4 hearts, have a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item at this stage if they are able to find it. All right, both our runners are here in the Dead Woods. Moonrisen remembered that this bush here can burn in second quest, so it is a potential stayer. It does not in this case, though, as Kingdahl checked the vanilla potion shop, and he's going to check this cave and find our third take any. So now Kingdahl has 5 hearts. He's got a 2 in 3 chance of picking up the white sword item. Meanwhile, Moonrisen is going to explore the Dead Woods and find our medium secret is rolled to the maximum of 40 rupees. The randomizer allows for a range for the medium secret between 25 and 40 rupees, when normally it is 30 in the vanilla game. So a quick boon for our racers, as Moonrisen has found the Any Roads over in the western Dead Woods. On Kingdahl's side, he found a bomb shop. He can't buy anything yet, but that's a handy spot to have. Moonrisen has checked 2 of the other 3 spots for the Take Any Roads. 1 is in the Lost Hills, and 1 is in the forest, as Kingdahl has found level 3 near Vanilla Start. And I like this by Moonrisen. While he's here, he's going to check this open cave to see if he can pick up his sword, or if he can find his sword. Here's a potential secret, another 40 medium secret on Moonrisen's side. Kingdahl's in level 3. This seems to be a Dark Nut set in this level. And we have a map on level 3. That's a ceiling fan. So we're gonna play Name the Inkblot game here throughout the seed, but yeah, that is definitely a ceiling fan facing to the left. Just 6 for the small secret for both our runners this evening, which Moonrisen just found at the forest potion shop. And Kingdahl's seen just about enough of level 3. He's not going to be able to do much at this stage with the Dark Nut set of enemies that he's dealing with there, so he'll focus on exploration here around Vanilla Start. It's a decent find there in the forest for Kingdahl. 89 for the arrows, so that has rolled up a little bit. And naturally, the candle is hidden behind a candle burn bush. So that is not going to be much help there. But it's good to know where the arrows are in this seed, and as well to be able to have found a bomb shop relatively early. Looks like that 4th Take Any spot for Moonrisen is up on Death Mountain. So some decent map coverage for the Any Roads tonight. Right, Kingdahl doesn't have a lot of money, so he's going to be opening up a bunch of caves here on Candle Row, see if he can maybe stumble upon a level, stumble upon some money, as on Moonrisen's side, he's stumbled upon level 8. And, well, that's not going to, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot out of there. It'll be interesting to see if Moonrisen's going to try to pirouette that door open. Looks like he may pass in lieu of doing some more Deadwoods exploration. Now, good work by Kingdahl there on the bridge. He had used his candle shot, so he wasn't able to candle boost through to get around that Pole's Voice, which would have done 2 hearts of damage. So he used the Moblin, which only did half a heart of damage, and doesn't get much of a reward. He gets a money-making game. But on Moonrisen's side, he gets a very nice reward down here near the southwest corner, and he's found level 1. He's going to do a pirouette to pop that key door open, so he has 2 different directions he can go in level 1. He has 2 potential items he can find here, and this is a potential staircase room. One more cycle through this room here for Moonrisen. Should get that last piece out of the way. And tell him whether this is, in fact, our item, or whether perhaps we have a segmented one. It is a staircase. So we'll see what the potential item is. It is an item, and that could be a very important item for Moonrisen. That's the ladder. We have not seen what the coast item yet is. But that could be any number of things that could be very beneficial for Moonrisen this early. Big medium secret on Kingdahl's side. Moonrisen picked up a key, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes to immediately pop that key door open in the Keys room, or whether he's just going to go down and see if he can get around. He's going to see if he can get around here in what appears to be an empty room. And that's a room full of mummies. That's, with a blue candle and 3 bombs, you're not going to make a whole lot of progress there. That room might have some potential. It could be a drop, but looks like Moonrisen is going to up an A and head back to start. He has some more checks. He has one more check he can do here in the far southwest corner. But finding a level down here early, clearing out these checks that sometimes get orphaned down here in the southwest part of the Dead Woods, can be pretty handy. As Moonrisen gets another medium secret here, he's up to 126 rupees. That should give him some spending power. If he's not able to find a sword immediately for a while, he may have some ability to buy some bombs, or if he finds the arrow shop, may do an early arrow purchase to make sure that he has what he needs. Moonrisen's got some levers in his way here. He's going to try to get out of the way. Okay, there he goes. He's able to get by, just getting bopped twice. All right, on Kingdahl's side, he's going to check the South Coast 3 bomb spots. He checks the first bomb spot, which does not bomb in second quest, and it does not bomb here. But that second bomb spot reveals level 6, which he's going to just note and pass on in lieu of further exploration here. Bomb shop and a meat shop right next to vanilla level 6. He's going to pass on getting bombs. He may decide to... I thought he might go back and try to see if anything pirouetted at the beginning of level 6, but instead he's going to try to farm some bombs off these 2 blue Octoroks and come up empty. So around the coast he goes. Wizrobes on the Overworld, by the way, spotted on Moonrisen's side. Could be good news for the runners in that because they are on the Overworld, they cannot be in the dungeons. Now, the downside of that is you get blue Wizrobes on corner screens like the one Kingdahl was just on, which are incredibly annoying. What's on the coast today? It is the red candle. So not an unuseful item, but might not be something that the runners are going to fully prioritize, as we have another Take Any on Moonrisen's side. I believe that's the 4th and final... Or no, it's not. We've seen this Take Any once before. All right, on Kingdahl's side, vanilla level 8 does not burn, as this is mixed first Overworld. It may not necessarily. And there are hints on Kingdahl's side. Those hints, because they are priced at 5, 10, and 20, and the second hint cave will be priced at 10, 30, and 50. We know those hints are all going to be community hints, so those are going to be useless to the runners. All right, that is... What is that? That is a hockey stick. That could be the white sword item, which might be the actual white sword? Oh, no. Thank you, and thank you, CD in chat. That's Mag. That's the magical sword. So the hockey stick in Kingdahl sprites, those hockey sticks are swords, but that will be that'll be the magical sword in this case. So thanks for that. All right, so Moonrisen has found level 3, and he's going to do some of the same digging that Kingdahl did to see if he can make any progress. He's going to find some of the similar blocks in terms of combat. Meanwhile, on Kingdahl's side, he is up in the northeast part of the map, trying to see if there's anything useful that he can pop open here. All right, on Kingdahl's side, he's down to half a heart, but he's able to find under the northeast Armos spot, that is where our sword is hidden. So at 13 minutes in, I'm sure he's happy to have it, but wishes he'd had it about 7 or 8 minutes ago. Meanwhile, on Moonrisen's side, he is over in the forest near Vanilla Start. And he used his, he had about 93 rupees, so he made an arrow purchase. I like this purchase. I'm generally someone who's in favor of when you've got the money, spend it, because if you're doing overworld exploration in particular, it's just going to get eaten up by potentially door repairs, so you might as well use it on something useful. And on Kingdahl's side, we've finally found our large secret. It is the vanilla amount. It is exactly 100 rupees. So 100 for the large secret, 40 for the medium, and 6 for the small. It's slightly above average for money this seed. So not a poverty seed, but not a big money seed either.
Howdy, everybody.
Hey, Wild Caffey JD appears. So Caffey, thanks for joining me on the broadcast tonight. How you doing this evening?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Not bad at all. We got a good race shaping up here between Moonrisen and Kingdahl. Always happy to have you on the call. So we're about 14 minutes in. We found neither of our runners has a Triforce yet. We found a couple 3 levels. Done a little bit of digging in 1 and 3 and haven't been able to make a whole lot of progress. So Kingdahl was able to find the wood sword, which was up in the northeast Armos spot. Moonrisen has not gotten there yet, but he'll be there shortly to pick up his wooden sword. So kind of based on where we are so far, what are you looking for? What are you hoping for?
Well, I would like Moonrisen to get his sword. That was in the northeast, correct?
Yeah, the northeast Armos spot.
So, pulling out the ladder in level 1 is really good with these flags, considering remove most up the stairs is on. Was it the floor item, possibly?
No, it was a push block room. It was a push block room full of keys. It was basically the one room in level 1 that the runners were able to access, where they were actually able to clear it with bombs and a blue candle. I don't believe Kingdahl has found level 1 yet. Level 1 was in the far southwest corner, 1 screen east of the southwesternmost spot in the Deadwoods.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Moonrisen was able to get the ladder out, but he was not able to progress any further. He popped in a few rooms, got a key, but wasn't able to make any further combat progress. As Kingdahl has found level 5 on his side, and now armed with a wood sword, he's able to actually do make a little bit of progress combat-wise.
All right. Pretty chunky. Level 5 doesn't look to be too overly large, but good news is you can find some resources in here. Level 5 tends to drop a lot of keys, so this is a good place to be. Plus, this location for level 5 is actually pretty bad, considering it's on top of the waterfall, so he probably wants to get this done in full his first time around.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, 5 is that map is kind of chunky, but it's not ridiculous. But yeah, if this is the type of thing where you don't know if or when you're ever going to get the whistle, so you would like to be able to do this in one pass and just get the item, get the Triforce, and be done. But that Dig Dogger, for example, that's in that room, might have other plans for the runners.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad if the item was recorder blocked, and getting the recorder would make getting back to this 5 level a lot easier should he pull the Triforce out in this first run.
Yep, and on Moonrisen's side, he has the ladder. He sees that the item is the red candle. This early, he doesn't have a sword yet, so yeah, you'll take that upgrade of repeatable offense every time. Don't know whether he would have taken it had he already found the wood sword, but certainly at this point, you're not going to turn that down.
Yeah, absolutely. This is still kind of early in the run. think a lot of runners would have picked up that red candle on just wood sword even. It's a nice little ranged weapon to have that's repeatable.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have mags, I mean, there are certain enemies, I'm thinking likes in particular, but also things like Gibdos where, yeah, just being able to pin them in a corner and just spam fire at them just can make your life a lot easier.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right, so Kingdahl is back in this room that he took a death in earlier, which, it's a diagonal room with a bunch of Lionels shooting at you. There's a bomb upgrade. Kingdahl's not going to take it right away. It's a little pricey at 115, but it's certainly something that our runners might be interested in.
Yeah, I think he's going to expend them here, go ahead and grab it. And,
oh, that's a good call. Yep, and get him right back. And it's the full +6, so he's up to a capacity of 14 bombs at this point, and he can go twice as hard now on all these enemies.
Yep, worth every penny, even if it's marked up.
All right, so we have a push block here. Is this the staircase? In level 5, yeah, the 99% of the time, whenever I find the first staircase, it's always the transport. It's never the item. Ooh, okay, that's not a fun room to get spit back out of. Good news is he doesn't have to clear that room with the blue danger noodles, but on the other hand, getting spit out there when you're on green tunic, that's not my idea of a good time.
Yeah, and it did not take him to that dig dagger to block possible push room, so one of these thinking in the back of his head that dig dagger might be housing that item, or it's that diagonal room he died in earlier.
Yeah, both of those would be good things this early when you're this kind of defense limited to just not just be like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about clearing that room. That's helpful. Yeah, in chat, that first thought I had as well when I saw 5's map was one of those. I couldn't think of the name of it. The Star Wars, what's it called? AT-AT. One of those machines. All right, Kingdahl is able to use some candle power here to be able to take down everything but this blue Lionel here.
Meanwhile, while Kingdahl's in this 5, Moonrisen did find the sword, so now looking for some dungeons to take.
Excellent. Well, he's going to get his wish here in a minute as he makes his way up, and he gets as Moonrisen gets the news about 100 being the large secret. He'll get his news here in a second about level 5.
Another potential push room here. Kingdahl.
Yeah, and that is one of the flags that's on. Second quest rooms are on in this flag set, so this is the type of room that would not be a push block in first quest if this was first quest only, but because it's mixed quest here in second dungeon rooms are on. This absolutely can be. Ooh, as this is not a fun room to be in without a candle. All right, and Moonrisen on his side, finding the 4th Take Any up at the vanilla letter spot, and he's going to do what a lot of runners seem to do these days when they have 6 hearts, and that's take a potion. And Caffey, fairly early on, I think like 2 screens in, our runners found the letter up near where they started up on Death Mountain, close to vanilla level 6. But even with that, even with the letter in hand, are you kind of generally a proponent of at 6 hearts, grab a potion? You never know when you might need it.
Yeah, typically, unless I know the dungeons have particularly tough enemies to do some combat with. But I'd say 99% of the time, I'd always take a potion after that 6 heart.
Yeah, certainly during the All Boards No Swords tournament, that was definitely the play, particularly as we got into the Elite 8 flags where second quest enemies were turned on, including red bubbles, which was not fun with that particular flag set. So definitely seems to be the popular play these days strategically. But yeah, interesting to see how Moonrisen will tackle things from here. He checks vanilla level 5 and doesn't find anything particularly useful there. Kingdahl spent a good amount of time in 5, and I'm beginning to wonder as Moonrisen finds level 9 at the waterfall just beneath the Vanilla White Sword Cave. I'm beginning to wonder, like you said a minute ago, that if that Dig Dogger room doesn't house our item.
Yeah, I think he's got maybe 5 or 6 rooms left to check, but the evidence is piling up that it's that Dig Dogger room, unfortunately.
Yeah, unless he can bomb to the north or to the you're not gonna be able to bomb like that. We'll get a peek at this room here and see if it's anything. Nope, it's just an old man room. Oh no, it's our meat block room. So sorry, Boof, no fun meat block today.
Sadness. I think he's got. This is the Triforce room. Obviously, this won't be the item. And I think he's got maybe 2 rooms left in the A column. You still gotta check.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's the one immediately below where he is now, and then maybe the one to the left of that under the B. But yeah, he'll clear this, and then doesn't want to use a key, but he'll use a key here to see what this is. This is not it. And does he want to use that second key? Well, oh no, there's a couple rooms under the B there. So he is going to use his key to take a peek here and see if this is a push block. It's not.
He's going to clear this room and hopefully get another key, but it's either the 2 rooms south of this or that Dig Dogger. Meanwhile, Phoenix finds the bomb upgrade, opts to purchase it, and is going to probably take the same path as Kingdahl did.
Yep. Oh, popped right into that blue landmo room. Pass. We'll go another way. Yeah, probably Kingdahl's gonna pick up his Triforce and be curious to see if he goes back in and checks that one room. It would suck to orphan that and have that be a useful item, but it is a ways away from where you start, so it's kind of a no good option scenario. And he's gonna bail.
Yeah, a reasonable assumption that the item is under that Dig Dogger, so I don't blame him for go ahead and leaving that one room behind. So 25 minutes in, we don't have a lot of knowledge quite yet. What levels are we still looking for as far as these runners are concerned?
Well, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. So I believe we're looking, and 9. So I believe we're looking still for 4 and 7. These flag sets do not require an overworld block, but there can be an overworld block. As Kingdahl pops his head into level 2 now, I believe he saw 2 earlier, but did not have any combat ability. He's going to go ahead and clear this Gliok out. This may be a drop room. This cannot be a push block room, both because of the shutter door and because due to sprite limitations, he's got to be careful here on down to 1 heart. Oh, and he takes a death. This room cannot be a push block room, both because of the Gliok and because of the shutter door.
Right. I missed this location. Was this in the grave?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was around there. Yeah, I believe both our runners found it very early because that's not far from where the start screen was for them.
Okay, looks like he's been in here before. Okay.
Yeah, he basically got to this room, Kingdahl did, got to this room, got past it, but then found he couldn't go any further with just a blue candle. As Moonrisen picks up his Triforce out of level 5, now the question will be, will he dip back in to try to dig that item out? I would not be surprised if he did, but he's going to opt to not instead, and that he doesn't know it, but that's going to save him a significant amount of time. Both Kingdahl and Moonrisen kind of basically have the same level of information about what's in 5.
Moonrisen with that ladder can check these 2 spots. Get something useful on these 2 spots, but it's good to mark off your tracker.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those spots that is easy to forget that those pop open in second quest, and B, it's easy to orphan those. So if you can knock those out, even if they're nothing, the fact that you can rule them out as a potential block is a good strategy for Moonrisen. As he's going to do some now that he has 14 bomb capacity, he's got the ability to do some Western Death Mountain exploration. So that's what he's going to do. Yeah, and Kingdahl on his side, as Moonrisen gets his second big secret. I don't think he saw this room the first time he dipped too. So this is a potential. This is a potential push block room. So as well as a potential item drop room. So let's see if it. Let's see if it turns into anything. A key, which he will definitely take at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kingdahl spending a lot of keys in 5. All of his keys, in fact. He left with 0s. It's kind of a rare thing. Just trying to narrow down the item in that level 5. So you'll be clearing a little bit more rooms in these smaller dungeons, hoping for key drops.
Yeah, and I suspect, to your point you made earlier, is a really good point about the location of level 5 being where it is, being so out of the way that you'd like to clear it in one pass if you can. So that may have incentivized Kingdahl to spend those last 2 keys, hoping that he could avoid the Dig Dogger room being the item, so he could clear everything in one go.
Yep, 100%. A lot of likes in this level 2, so combat's going to be a little bit slow here.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a slog, and those enemies don't drop anything, which is also annoying. Those Vyres don't go down to a wood sword shot. I don't know if they go down to a bomb shot, however. As Kingdahl grabs his Triforce out of level 2, I would expect him to jump right back in and see if he can dig that item out. And Moonrisen on his side is going to make good use of the red candle here to try and save him a little bit of time in this room. Interesting. Okay, I thought he might go for a bomb force there. The mold worms are usually a good candidate for that, but instead he's just going to enter an exit to see, it doesn't drop anything. All right, Kingdahl is going to try on his side to get revenge on this 3-headed Gleeok that knocked him out a few minutes ago.
Yeah, with full health, it's not as trivial. Drops gives him access to another room. Oh, he's already been in that room.
Yeah, not the reward he was hoping for. So, it looks like he's going to move on to other things.
Wow. Interesting. Unable to pull an item out of level 2 is also pretty rare, unless it's a boss block of some kind.
Yeah, and to be fair, that is basically 3 rooms from where the runners started. The start screen is is that one weird floor room just southeast of vanilla level 6, where the potion is in vanilla game.
This is an annoying room for Moonrisen. These bubbles harassing him, so he can't kill these dark ones. Makes good use of a bomb, though. Now, that little one peg room right there, or that hook on the left side, I'm not sure Kingdahl ever saw those.
I think you're right. I don't think he did. I think he may have peeked down into that horizontal shoot room to see if that was anything. Saw it wasn't, and just decided to peace out. Now, Kingdahl's back in 8. Well, actually, he's in 8. I don't think he saw 8 the first time around. Moonrisen did. Moonrisen didn't have bombs at that time, so he wasn't able to. So Moonrisen saw that Goma room, did not have a chance to bomb it to see if it went anywhere. It didn't, and wow, okay, that is a one-way path through that Goma room. We are full Goma blocked out of level 8.
That's good info for Kingdahl. You won't be going in there until you at least have bow and able to purchase wood arrows. So, a really big dungeon will be off the board for quite some time.
All right, as Moonrisen gets his Floor Heart container out of level 2, him having the map will indicate to him where he needs to go to get his item. Kingdahl decided to postpone that in favor of doing some exploration. He's going to find vanilla level 1 right here on this screen.
Yeah, Kingdahl never found the map for 2, so there's possible that hook on the left side is bomb block. So he doesn't know it exists.
Yeah, and if this is a key item, that could be and having the ladder too, which Kingdahl will get here in a moment once he clears this room. That ladder here in 2, if this is the floor drop item in level 2, Kingdahl wasn't going to be able to get this anyway. So this could be potentially very beneficial for Moonrisen if this item in 2 is something that will open up other parts of the map.
Certainly. As Moonrisen's been clearing this room, Kingdahl did find the ladder in 1, so basically an even keel now as far as items that go, except for the red candle.
Okay, so Moonrisen on his side is going to explore that hook part of the map that you pointed out that has 3 rooms over here and very well could be hiding our item. It's not in this room, but it could be in one of these other 2 under the A.
Yeah, both of these rooms were bomb blocks, so Kingdahl would have never known that there were rooms in here, so this could be a good advantage for Moonrisen.
That's a key on Moonrisen's side. He's up to 4 keys. Yeah, let me ask you a strategy question, Kathy. I mean, certainly, I'm thinking one of the reasons why Kingdahl may have, and it's not over here, so it's down in the southern part of the map. I assume that having normally you would say, oh yeah, levels 1 and 2, they're smaller dungeons. You want to dig the item out if you absolutely can, unless you're blocked or unless combat's just terrible. But having a level like that be so close to your start screen, can that sometimes point you in the direction kind of Kingdahl is taken here, where he's going to wait and come back at a time where he might have a little more offensive capability or a little more time to dig through it?
Probably not. I would say I would still want to dig these items because if my opponent does dig these dungeons that are real close to start and I don't, and there's something really nice in these, you put yourself at a pretty bad disadvantage. Like you said, otherwise, the only time I would miss if there's some kind of block, whether it's ladder block, boss block, something like that.
Okay, that makes me feel better because I tend to be, when I run casually, I kind of tend to be a completionist in the sense of wanting to clear out everything if I can and get items even when I probably don't need them, just on that off chance that, oh, if I bail here and and there's an item in here and I don't get it, and my opponent that's going to eat up a whole bunch of time that I was going to spend otherwise. Is this our item? It is. It's the power bracelet. That's going to open up not just the 4 normal power bracelet spots. It's going to open up 2 or 3 others that are second quest overworld push blocks. So this could potentially lead to Moonrisen finding level 4 and or level 7, neither of which we've seen yet.
Yeah, and it was just a key door that blocked Kingdahl, so been mentioning that spending a lot of keys in 5, only finding I think 1 or 2 in level 2.
Yeah, and
dissuaded him from opening that door and finding his item. So
absolutely, and that's one of these instances where the sequence in which you hit dungeons can sometimes affect how you attack them, because he didn't have keys at the time, and normally 1 is a dungeon that eats a lot of keys, but somehow Kingdahl's up to 5 keys now. So had he found 1 first, then 2 or 5, then he might have been more willing to spend a key to pop open that door where the power bracelet was.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the power bracelet in the gray was no-go, so I think Moonrisen's going to probably prioritize finding those power bracelet spots.
Yeah, I mean that's something a lot of runners do, and I know you're an excellent runner, and you definitely do that as well. When you get an item that opens up checks that you think your opponent might not have, that's an advantage often you want to press, because it may get you things that you need sooner, whether it's access to dungeons or whether it's increased defense, increased combat. That'll give you an advantage in the middle of the seed. As Kingdahl finds the Triforce in level 1 being carried around by Mummy, but he's going to check these 3 rooms up top to see what our second item is in level 1.
Yeah, level 1. A lot of slow enemies as we find level 7 under Power Bracelet spot where second quest magic sword location up on
Yeah.
East Mountain. So
Wow, that is the most annoying of the second quest power bracelet push block spots to have a level. But here it is, and Moonrisen's going to take a peek. To your point earlier about when you've got an advantage, push it. Uh, if he thinks that the Kingdahl doesn't know about this, yeah, seven's not a dungeon you normally relish digging. Speaking of digging, on Kingdahl's side, the item on the floor is way up in that top left corner, and it is the recorder.
yeah, very nice item to have, especially in mixed quest. Opens up a lot of, I think, 10 spots on the overworld as opposed to just 1 in first quest.
Yeah, 10 or 11. It's a bunch. So now Kingdahl doesn't know it, but he's going to need the power bracelet to complete the seed. But it's entirely possible that we have more than one overworld block here.
Yeah, and this will get him his item in 5 too, should he choose to whistle back and just check it real quick.
That's a very good point, because that is something. Speaking of items on Moonrisen's side, he finds it early. It's the wand. That will certainly help his combat.
I love the wand. It's so useful.
Just permanent beams. Great.
Yeah, permanent beams is good. Even with the book, I love it. It's just a nice item to have. As we see Kingdahl immediately checking his recorder spots, pushing his advantage there, which makes a lot of sense. There's 4 spots he can check around this location.
Yeah, and he's at a maximum rupee count of 255. I wonder if that is going to tempt him at all to pick up the blue ring. We saw the blue ring shop a little bit earlier. I think the price was something like 243. As Moonrisen finds his staircase on his transport staircase for level 7. Good news for Moonrisen is that by finding the item early, he may be able to avoid digging a lot of level 7. All right, vanilla level 7 is not going to turn up anything other than some money, which Kingdahl can't make use of at the moment.
I think purchasing the arrows would be a good play for him here, even if he doesn't have the bow. I think they were, what, 100 for the arrow?
They were 80. They were 89.
89.
And yeah, and Kingdahl does know where they are. They're in the forest. He had a chance to pick them up earlier when he had about 100 rupees, probably about 20 minutes ago. Knew where they were, but decided against picking them up as he makes his way over. Did he world wrap over to pick up the red candle?
Sure did.
Nice, very nice. Moonrisen has a very linear, segmented level 7 on his side. I'm trying to figure out what exactly that shape is.
Yeah, this is he's got 1 room left in that southern segment, but other than that, this 7 is bow blocked.
Yeah, and that's good information for him too. He's gotten the item out of here, which can often take a while in 7, and now he has that information that if he's not able to make any progress here, that this is going to be about as far as he can go. That's good potential time save for him. All right, I think level 7 is a stork flying over a toilet.
That works for me. Is the Triforce is here? No.
Now it's a key. Is he able to get over? He could spend a key to get to that room to the right if he hasn't already seen it. All right, is this our Triforces? Kingdahl has re-entered level 6, which I believe he saw earlier, but did not have the combat ability to do anything of note in here. Yep, Moonrisen considering his options and realizing, yeah, it's about as far as I'm going to get. 7's in an inconvenient spot, but he's got the item out of there, and that item is going to speed things up for him combat-wise.
Yeah, 100%. And if these dungeons have a lot of bubble rooms, that wand is just going to make it not a factor.
And now we haven't seen the map on Kingdahl's side, but kind of given how far to the northeast or northwest everything is here, I would not be surprised if 6 is also segmented.
Moonrisen being very careful in this screen, doesn't want to die. Have to take these 2 checks before either up and or saving or.
Yeah, and he's gonna take out this Octorok here, even though it's just one enemy. He's on half a heart. No reason to take a chance unnecessarily.
I don't know if that bomb actually hit the spot or not.
Yeah, I don't know either. But that is a spot that will not bomb in second quest, so it's entirely possible that it hit and it just won't open.
But good news for him. There's only one other dungeon he needs to find. I think that's 4.
Yep, level 4.
And he's found his block already, so he knows he's got to check all these spots up in here in Death Mountain.
Yeah, he's got the one push block to the far northwest in Death Mountain to check now because he has the power bracelet. It looks like he's going to try to maybe farm some bombs off of these orange wizrobes. They do go down to two wood sword shots, so that's nice.
Alright, he should be in about 10 count now, so this next one, if he kills this guy, he's got a chance. Says no. Ooh, there you go. There's a raft.
Speaking of overworld block items, that opens up 2 more spots. That's potentially spicy. All right, we're going to get a look at, on Kingdahl's side, we're going to get a look at the map of level 6 here and see if it is segmented. No, it's just a rifle.
Another somewhat linear level in this level 6. Not fun. 6 does have a lot of keys, but could eat up your keys here as well.
Yeah, from the runner's perspective, I mean, you see a linear level like that. You know, generally speaking, are linear levels. Does that make your dungeon exploration easier, more annoying, more time-consuming? When you see a level like that pop up when you see a map, what's your kind of first reaction as a runner?
First, my key count. Do I have enough keys to, I believe, to at least get through it? The other is it increases your chances of being blocked within the dungeon, like in level 7's case in this seat. A couple rooms into that north segment, it was automatic low block. So, it's while it has a lot fewer rooms, that doesn't mean your resources can't get eaten up quite quickly.
That's a really good point. As Moonrisen is going to dip back into 1, he happens to be down in the southwest part of the map. He has the ladder out of here. He has not seen the second item out of 1, which we know is the recorder, and which could be very important from the perspective of finding level 4. So we'll see. It will not net us the white sword item, which we just saw as the raft. We found the magical sword as well. That is at one of the easternmost spots.
Yeah, once he gets this recorder, he'll have access to every overworld spot. So Moonrisen will be in Bow and Silver's gun mode at that point.
Well, speaking of things that will speed up your progress, Kingdahl just found the any key in level 6. That's a very good find considering the key troubles he had earlier in the seed.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be jetting through a lot of these rooms, unless he's looking for a Triforce, like in this room here, because he doesn't need to clear any rooms for keys, just needs to find the Triforce and bail in a lot of these dungeons.
Yep, and to your point earlier about putting that red candle to good use, yeah, he was spamming the heck out of it in order to get those annoying likes down. He's got 4 or 5 rooms left he needs to clear to pick up his Triforce, but he should be able to get everything here in one go, barring some sort of weird enemy block.
There's the compass.
Oh, it's in the one room he didn't clear over there on the east side.
Yeah, quite annoying. It's the way it goes, though.
Meanwhile, on Moonrisen's side, he's dealing with a four-headed Gleeok and putting that wand to good use to double his combat and get him out. And he'll make his way up through that. What I'm going to say, level 1 looks like a robot that has fallen down on its back, and like the top part where we know the recorder is, those are like the robot's legs.
I can see it. Alright, Moonrise is going to clear this room right now, just in case the combat in these next 4 rooms tends to hurt him. But I think it was at the very top, right?
Yeah, it was. It was at the last room in that leg there. As Kingdahl is going to make his way, he hit the transport and pick up his Triforce. He's done in level 6. So good use of time there to be able to do the dungeon in one go, get his any key, and get his Triforce. And this is the room where where Moonrisen will get his recorder here in a matter of seconds.
Yep, that puts the bow in 3 or 4. We don't know where 4 is. 3. I'm assuming Kingdahl has found it already.
Yeah, I think both runners saw it. I don't remember exactly where it is, but I believe both runners have seen it, and it was very early in the seed where they weren't able to make much progress here. As Moonrisen picks up his recorder. Yeah, with 1 down here in the far southwest corner, 5 being up in the far northeast corner, we've got our dungeons kind of spread all over the map.
Yeah, that's kind of unlucky, especially in a mixed quest setting. So now that they both have the recorder, they can traverse it just a little bit easier. But still, it's quite a spread.
Yeah, they started up in the grave, as Second Quest Vanilla 6 is not a recorder spot. But the recorder spot on Moonrisen's side is, and it's just money that he can't pick up right now. But yeah, given that the wood sword was stationed up at the far northeast Armos, and the runners started on that screen where Kingdahl just left, and you've got dungeons at both corners of the map. Yeah, this has not been a very friendly overworld just in terms of geography.
Phoenix can get the bad news about level 8 being... Oh, maybe he just forgot.
Oh, good prices for the potion on Kingdahl's side. Just 52 for the Coke today.
Potion, that's nice. Money's not a problem in this seed. They're both over 200, so should they expend those potions, they can easily purchase some more. Kingdahl finds the raft. Was that under Recorder Lake? No, I'm not looking at the wrong screen.
Yeah, no, it's up on Death Mountain. Interesting that Moonrisen just got his flute, so he is prioritizing doing the flute checks. He's in the neighborhood where he could also knock out that raft check if he wanted to, but he hasn't gone that direction yet. All right, meanwhile, Kingdahl's up in northwest Death Mountain. He's going to have to orphan that one push block check just south of where he is right now because he does not have the power bracelet at a level 2. He's going to do some farming for bombs here before he makes this check.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something if level 4 is at that spot? I think Moonrisen, I don't think he went over to that screen because he was running low on bombs and decided not to do the rest of Death Mountain.
Yeah, and I do not blame him at all for prioritizing these overworld checks with the flute. You're 52 minutes in. He may think that he's behind in terms of getting the flute. So totally understand him wanting to at least rule out that there's anything important behind those checks.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point because the flute being in level 1 being so close to start. Yeah, I would definitely feel behind if I had found the recorder after 50 minutes.
If you're either runner at this point, kind of given where things are, do you feel behind? Do you feel like, if not behind your opponent, then at least kind of behind where you'd like to be?
I think so. Kingdahl has left behind 2 items in 2 dungeons, one level 2, one level 5. So if I'm Kingdahl and I'm still searching for level 4, level 3, and level 7, I'm a little bit panicked here because I do have a recorder, I do have a raft, and everything's been turning up empty. So power bracelet's coming up on his mind. Where does he go? Does he go to 5? Does he go to 2? I mean, he has to go to either one of those.
Yeah, something's got to unlock this for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I would definitely feel behind if I'm Kingdahl, and that bomb did not that spot did not bomb on Spectacle Rock, so that puts my worries at ease.
Okay, no harm, no foul there for Moonrisen, whether he hit it or not when he bombed it. But yeah, there's another spot that Kingdahl's going to orphan. When he was over at this screen that's just east of where he is right now, as this spot's going to pop open. It's not going to be anything, but that second quest magical sword screen with the arrow rock formation, he's not going to be able to check that, and that's where level 7 is. So he's going to have to make another trip up here to find that. He may end up, if he gets the power bracelet late, he might end up even last locationing that spot.
Yeah, that's an inconvenient location to come back to as well, because I don't think you can whistle anything close. There, and that's a rough death.
Yeah, back to start for Kingdahl. Now, thankfully, there's a take any screen, I believe, 4 screens away from this, just kind of up northwest of the screen he's on now. But he may be going down. Yeah, he's gonna wrap down into Death Armos as Moonrisen finds level 6.
All right. Between the 2 runners, I came in a little late, but based off of what their starting location and what I've seen checked, I'm thinking that power bracelet spot on West F might be our answer. It could be the raft spots, because I don't think Moonrisen's checked those as well. But
yeah, he is not. But yeah, you're right. Those 3 spots are still outstanding. So far, the whistles come up empty, which is a little surprising given how many potential spots that whistle opens up in a mixed quest overworld.
And Moonrisen with his wand right here is going to clear this level 6 a little bit faster than Kingdahl could have, with only just a wooden hockey stick.
The wooden. I do enjoy Kingdahl's NES ice hockey sprites, so I hope you do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I loved playing that game as a kid. So seeing the sprite on the screen was very nostalgic.
And I like that he picked for his sprite the bigger hockey player who just bounces around everyone like a beach ball. That's a fun game to play. If for folks listening, if you've not played any ice hockey before, it's just a fun little game to mess around with on a weekend afternoon or something.
If I'm not mistaken, the item is on the way to the Triforce in this 6.
I think so. It may be to the right of where where that key door was that Moonrisen opted out of. He'll circle back to there eventually. 6 was not particularly big, so six can be large and nasty. This one wasn't terrible, so he may not lose a ton of time, even if he has to full clear it. Yep, 10 on Kingdahl's side. 10 hearts, not enough to pick up mags or the magical hockey stick. I've never seen a magical hockey stick, but I assume it's great.
Oh yeah, I'd pick it up if I could.
Oh, if I could get my hands on a magical hockey stick in real life? Oh yeah, absolutely, I'm getting that.
Moonrisen, not finding the map. gonna troll him a little bit. He's gonna have to spend this key because I think everything is east of here.
Yeah, but in a room like this is another one of those rooms, those high combat rooms where having the wand pays off both for ranged combat and for white sword damage. So he shouldn't have a ton of trouble here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with just a sword, the bubbles might actually be the worst part of that room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Kingdahl's down to half a heart, and he wants to do this raft check. Is he going to be able to do it? Yes, he's able to dodge that fireball. Do we have a raft blocked dungeon here? No, we just have a gambling game.
So that's 2 spots that are left in my suspicions.
Yeah, between our runners, we've seen a lot of overworld coverage in terms of spot checking. So there aren't that many spots yet that haven't been uncovered. Even with the whistle spots, we've seen our runners check all the desert spots. We've seen this burn bush or this deadwoods spot. We've seen Vanilla 7. I don't think there's a ton of. We've even seen, I think, the Death Mountain whistle spots. So I don't think there's a lot of whistle spots left.
Yeah, I think between the two, I think we've checked them all.
I mean, level 4 at vanilla level 4 would be spicy.
Alright. Moonrisen doing some spawn manipulations. Gotta be careful. Do you have a potion? You do. Nice. Oh, Kingdahl soft-locked himself with an unfortunate screen scroll. Got it up and down.
Oh, that's too bad.
Moonrisen doing a good job with this main handle. I would have liked to have seen him skip this room, since we know it's not the item. But I guess wanted to clear for a key.
Yeah, he was able to make relatively quick work of it. Okay, meanwhile, on Kingdahl's side, we're going to get the second raft spot check.
I think this was the Itty key for Kingdahl. So, right next to the Triforce. Or no, this was the transport. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the transport. So nothing coming up empty on the other raft spot check there for Kingdahl. That was just a mugger, as Moonrisen. You're right. That is the transport in 6.
Okay, so that tells me Power Burst spot in Death Mountain, or maybe Second Quest 4? I don't know if
Yeah, or maybe that push block that's up in the far northwest of Death Mountain, the second quest push block spot that's normally where you get the second quest letter.
Yep, those two, I think, are our answer. Unless we missed a check somewhere.
Which is entirely possible. I'm not using due to screen limitation space, I'm not using my tracker that I used to run. So as Kingdahl's going to pop back into level 3, which, yeah, both runners saw this earlier. This is the one that looks like a oscillating fan. All right, nice clip by Phoenix to get into the diamond staircase, and he will be rewarded with that clip to get his any key. And then he'll be, I think, just a couple screens away from picking up his Triforce, and then he'll be done with 6.
All right. So I think This is either the bow or maybe a ring or a boomerang.
You would think it's something that's got to unlock something. Oh, good call. It is the bow in level 3.
Yeah. So that means level 4 could have our silvers, but Kingdahl just needs to find his progression. He needs to go back to level 2.
Oh, Moonrisen wants that clock so bad, but he can't get there in time. He's down to 1 heart. You might want to consider exiting the room to reset it. Well, you can get that heart too, if you hurry. Oh, nice work to get that.
I can't remember if this Triforce was free. It was free. Okay.
Yep, and both our runners saw 3 relatively early, but did not have the combat at the time to be able to do anything in there. So Moonrisen definitely knows he has to go back to 3 at some point. There's our second bomb upgrade. That is tempting. No, okay, he is going to pick it up. He's going to bomb the old man first, which I'm generally in favor of. That's fine.
Oh no!
Oh, that's unfortunate there.
Such a terrible room when you get bubbles made in the mix. It's just not fun.
Yeah, bubbles like dark nuts in what some have called the grocery store room because of the vertical aisles. That's not a fun room with any enemy set, but it's definitely not a fun room with that enemy set. Kingdahl trotting out his swordless strats to use his plethora of bombs to take on these blue dark nuts. Oh, but he gets bodied there with a last-minute turn by one of them, and back to start he goes.
Yeah, this is where the one is going to play a factor in these dungeons with a lot of blue dark nuts. Yeah, he could utilize bombs. He's got both bomb upgrades, but being able to swing with potential 3 HP hits every time, like Moonrisen can, is just a huge advantage.
Yeah, and that advantage is paying off in spades here in this. The runners are in the same room, but Moonrisen's able to make quick work of these likes. Meanwhile, Kingdahl's having to use wood sword and candle strats to make progress. Moonrisen's going to get his bow right here. Moonrisen has already purchased arrows, though, so now he has instant wood arrow capability. And once he's cleared 3, that may tempt him to go back to 8 and see if he can make any progress.
Yeah, and I don't see any reason for Moonrisen to go back to 5 quite yet. I'm not sure if he actually pinpointed that Dig Dogger as the item, like Kingdahl has, but yeah, I would definitely go to 8 right after this.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Kingdahl saw more of 5. He definitely had the map, so he was able to eliminate a lot of other rooms, in some cases by spending keys to do that. So I don't know whether that will push Moonrisen back towards 5 at all. But yeah, I suspect you're right that he may just say, "I'm not going. It's out of the way. I'm not going back there unless the seed makes me do it."
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, I may, if I'm Moonrisen right now, I may continue the hunt for level 4 and dig out that item as well to just increase the odds of where the silvers could be. And then dig level 8 naturally.
Okay. No, I like that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, eventually you're going to get a point where 9 will be imminent, and it's entirely possible that silvers could still be outstanding. So, if you're going to have to dig 9, knowing you need a necessary item to beat the game, you'd like to have odds at least partially in your favor. Yeah, and to your point a minute ago about making quicker work of Dark Nut rooms, Moonrisen's able to do exactly that in that open room with several Dark Nuts, and he'll have to do it again here, but on 10 hearts and with white sword damage, yeah, shouldn't be a problem if he needs to clear it.
This 3 is not kind.
No, but at least it's consistent. I mean, it's dark nuts in every room. Oh, hey, it's our first Patra. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Okay, and yeah, Kingdahl's going to use a potion here. He's sunk a lot of time into trying to get the Triforce out of this 3. And yeah, having to kill a Patra with wood sword here, particularly the expanding ones that I hate. Yeah, it's really annoying. He's going to have to hope he's able to take out that Patrite that locks the rest of the Patrites in place. It seems like he's done it, so that's good news. And 11 billion shots with the wooden hockey stick later, he'll be able to take down the Patra. Will this be our Triforce room? No.
Womp womp. If it's this room of gels, that'd be hilarious.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and Moonrisen's not even going to fight the Patra after taking 2 bops, so he's going to make up some time here on Kingdahl this 3.
Yeah, and he'll be very happy he pieced out of that. He may even wipe for it. Nope, he'll get it right here, and off he'll go. I would think he'll head to level 8. I don't think it's that far from here.
Yeah, if it's not that far, definitely go level 8. Make your routing natural, so
yeah,
your way.
Speaking of natural routing, the arrow shop was literally 2 screens away from Vanilla 3, so Kingdahl immediately grabs those arrows to give him the ability to go back to 8 if he wants to, but he's checking at least this whistle spot on the Overworld.
Yep, and Moonrisen trying to decide what to do next. I'm not sure where level 8 was. Oh my gosh, that stream is terrible.
Okay, so Moonrisen's going to do this raft check. We know it's not anything. Kingdahl is whistling, and I don't think he meant to whistle to that level. He's whistling back to 1. Interesting. Where is he headed?
Good question. Oh, he wants money.
Money. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, he did orphan this when he had 255. So, interesting. So now where is Kingdahl headed? He's headed. Yep, and Moonrisen is right into level 8. He knows he can clear this. He doesn't know that this is a linear path where he has to kill this Goma to make progress, but as it turns out, he does. Oh, and Kingdahl orphaned this money spot as well, so he's just going to clear those out since he's in the neighborhood. All right, here's a stair on Moonrisen's side. It is our transport. It might be our only transport, but this might be a segmented 8.
That took him very far. So,
ooh,
suspicion is, I think, is on point right now. This is a dangerous room, but great job at the ferry.
It'd be interesting to see if he's able to bomb out, or if this is another instance where the game is forcing you to go one direction. It'd also be interesting to see if Kingdahl takes this stair, or if he seizes the transport and then opts to head down from here. No, he's going to take it.
It's going to be met with a nice welcome party of blue dark nuts.
Nice work on Moonrisen's side to use the hitbox trick when you're facing perpendicular to the dark nuts to be able to hit them in the maze room there.
I just realized we started in the northeast. That took them 1 room.
Ew. Well, get your bombs out, because that's about the only way you're going to be able to make any progress. It's probably straight down. Now, Kingdahl's got a problem on his side because he used to use his last bomb at a spot where it does not bomb, so he may have to exit this dungeon to get some bombs.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Kingdahl. But let's see if that pushes him to continue to search for level 4, or I think he's just written off level 2 and level 5 altogether to say, hey, my progression's in level 8.
Yeah, mathematically that does make sense. There are 2 items in 8, and 2 is really close to where the runner start screen up by the grave. So if he wanted to wait until he gets sent back to start to check that, I suppose he could. But he's going to re-enter with full health and no bombs. I guess he's going to farm those red dark nuts to see if he can get some bombs.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of a slog to do, but he's got beams, I guess. It's not too bad.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we haven't seen a ton of bomb shops, but I don't think there's one that convenient to this location in the Dead Woods. So, as Moonrisen's down to half a heart, he's going to need to take his potion here. He does. Oof, that is a beefy 4-headed Gliok. He clears it for a key he doesn't need. As Kingdahl's going to have to exit again, he was not able to pick up bombs. He'll try on this screen to farm some bombs.
Yeah, this is kind of bad news. Oh, no.
Ouch. Well, I wonder where this sends him, given that it sends him back to start, obviously, but I wonder if this redirects him maybe to go back into level 2.
Yeah, this could be a blessing in disguise. Death that helps. No runner ever knows that, but yeah, this could send him to level 2.
Nope. Looks like he's headed towards the. Maybe he's going to farm some. Oh, there we go. There's a 4-pack of bombs right there. He still could go to 2, or he could take the Take Any roads, which are one screen to his left.
Malkiar in chat making a good point. Where the heck is this map in this 8? It's really, really deep, which is annoying.
It is, and Kingdahl's going to go in too. But I'm wondering if this 8 is really linear, because if it is, I wonder if that has the potential. Ew, that start screen doesn't look great. I wonder if it has the potential to be a significant time sink for Moonrisen. If he has to dig deep in 8 to get the map and to see kind of where he's going.
Meanwhile, Kingdahl did reroute to level 2, so we know this is going to be good for him. He'll find his power bracelet.
Yeah, and given that 2 is on Death Mountain, that may cause him to prioritize the Death Mountain, the 3 Death Mountain bracelet checks, one of which we know is level 7. All right, Moonrisen is battling a Dig Dogger. He's going to kill one of the little Dig Dogger babies and pop out of the room and be rewarded with a compass that points to the Triforce way the heck on the other side of the map.
All the way.
Yeah, this is either a ridiculously linear 8 or it's segmented.
Yeah. Good thing is he's got plenty of bombs to work with in this 8.
Yeah, 20 bombs in the abstract seems like overkill, but with a seed like this where we've seen multiple very linear levels and a couple that, 2 was one where having the map show you where the bomb hole was to get you to where the bomb holes were, plural, to get you to your item, the power bracelet. Yeah, I mean, in a seed like this, yeah, you might need the full 20 bombs.
The level helps him out, says, hey, have some more bombs. You're going to need them. Yeah, Moonrisen just does not need to clear these rooms, just needs to get through. Check staircase rooms should he run into them on the way to the Triforce, but given no map with this level 8, I might be inclined to skip the items here and just go straight to 9. After getting all my Triforces. Maybe go back into 5 to just clean that up. And he is blocked. This is a dead end.
Yeah, that's a dead. So yeah, that makes me wonder if there's a bomb hole somewhere that that hides our map. Those are always the annoying shapes dungeons where you have to. There's a certain spot you have to bomb in one room, and then that room it opens up when you go through the bomb hole is, oh, hey, here's that map you were looking for that tells you that, yeah, the one room you were looking for, yeah, it was here. So thanks, game.
This is like one of my biggest peeves in big dungeons like this. Just can't find the map. You don't know what the dungeon shape is. It's not a fun time. A good rule of thumb, though, is the map tends to funnel towards the center. So if you're bombing blind, bomb towards the center, I think is a good rule of thumb.
Oh, interesting. Is that just based on kind of the algorithm of like how shapes are generated?
Yeah, I believe so.
I did not know that. That's a really good tip. Well, no bomb hole in this room for Phoenix, but he does have two directions he can go this way. He has not gone down from this room, so maybe this will point him in the right direction. Oh, as Kingdahl gets all the fairies.
This might be the map room here. For Moonrisen.
Yeah, he should be careful because it's a pain that he's down to half a heart. Got to be careful. But if he can clear it, this could be very good for him.
Ugh. This is where one gets a little bit scary because it could yeet the dark nuts across the room. You can run right into him, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, generally staying on the full tile is going to be a good rule of thumb because that's where the dark nuts will turn. Like that. That's exactly what you want to do. And the good news is the blue dark nuts can tend to be health droppers, so that he still will go down to one hit, but at least it stopped beeping at him.
I think it's very patient. There's the power bracelet for Kingdahl. This is not the map room. What the heck?
Wow, boy, this 8 is just going to... But it's going to be a pain for both runners. Kingdahl's going to have to dig this, and he's going to have to dig it, to your point earlier. He's going to have to dig it with less combat. He does not have the wand out of level 7, so he's still on wood sword.
Yeah, and Moonrisen did not bomb these walls, so he's going to waste a couple more.
Yeah, I think he's hoping that there has to be a workaround, doesn't there? It's like, well, maybe not.
Yeah, I would get to that midsection of where he's already been and just hope he hits a bomb wall.
Yeah, to your point earlier about, gearing towards the middle if you can. Yeah, I think that's going to be... If there's going to be a way through, that's probably going to be it. As Kingdahl finds level 4, where was level 4?
I missed it, but I think it's up on Death Mountain. If level 2 is there, I'm assuming it's the push block in West Death Mountain.
Oh, wow. That is very interesting.
So this could be good if Kingdahl can find, let's say, obviously silvers, because we need silvers, but maybe even a book would really help in this level.
Yeah, a book. I mean, even things like Red Ring or even the White Sword would be useful for Kingdahl. There's not a lot other than maybe the boomerangs that isn't going to help him in some respects. Obviously, there are certain things he's definitely rooting to find at this point. He will pick up that heart container there. He's down to 1 heart.
I got him closer to Mag's pickup.
Yeah, he's 80-20 to pick it up, and he knows where it is. It's at the Forest Armos spot. Okay, this is a room Moonrisen's already been in, but he has not bombed out of it to see if there's a way around. Oh, hey, we found a bomb hole. Is this our progression? Well, potentially, this is a push block room, but perhaps.
Oh no!
Oh, he got sniped coming in from the north on a Goma room. That's annoying. But he does know a path now that he can investigate, which is good. So he won't spend as much time beating his head against a wall trying to bomb walls.
Yeah. My goodness, this 8 is something else. Could be very tilting if you're a runner for sure.
It could be. Moonrisen's showing some good patience here. I would not blame him if he got tempted to pop out and pick up a potion. They're 53 rupees. I think there's got to be a potion shop not too far from there. But yeah, he's got a bunch of rooms over there that he hasn't that he can investigate. He'll need to clear this room though first.
Yeah, he's got to clear it every time. He's got to up an A or he takes a death. So
yeah, this is the one time where you wish there was a bubble in the room so you could save the state. Yeah, but this is good. He's being very patient, not wanting to rush to get. As Kingdahl gets his Triforce out of level 4, he did not see the item as far as I'm aware.
I don't think we've seen it either, but there's no way he's leaving it now.
Oh no, especially if it's up on Death Mountain. Yeah, it's. Oh, yep, you're absolutely right. It is that push block spot, and is he bailing?
Yeah, I think he's making the. He probably feels behind. He says, I'm just taking the gamble. I'm going, getting my Triforce and going to 9.
Oh, he's headed to 8. Okay, this would make some sense. 2 items there. It's a dungeon you have to clear. So he's about to spend a bunch of time in 8, just like Moonrisen has. Moonrisen doesn't know that he's ahead of Kingdahl in that respect, but yeah, Kingdahl's going to be here for a bit. Oh, as Moonrisen takes a death in that room of blue dark nuts that quite possibly could be a push block room.
Or was that the Triforce room? I don't know how far he got.
Yeah, I don't know either. But he's headed back there, so we'll find out in a couple of minutes.
There we go.
He's gonna ferry. Yeah, I like this. There's too many blue dark nut rooms. You're on green tunic. You don't have enough money to go get the blue ring, so I would like it if there was a potion shop nearby if he'd buy a potion too. But he's acting like he's headed in the direction where he knows one is. Oh, there may be one right here at this burn bush spot. No, that's the take-in. Where's he headed?
I think he's gonna check the. Oh no, it was this shop here. I don't remember. Or maybe he's just saying, you know what? I'm just gonna go find 4. Maybe I can get some kind of defense, maybe some more offense.
Oh, he hasn't done this. Yeah, he may be kind of frustrated in 8 and just be saying, you know what? I'll do this when I have more resources.
Well, this could be another advantage for him. He's gonna find 4, and if he pulls the item out, if it's something like a book, he'll be able to navigate this 8 much easier.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Red Ring, that's huge for him to go back into 8 because it's easy to get back to 8. It's just whistle to 1 and head right over there. That could make his progression in 8 a heck of a lot easier. Kingdahl's having a time here trying to deal with his 4-headed Gliok with a wood sword.
Another showcase of why this font advantage is really big for Moonrisen.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge, obviously, in swordless, but definitely even in sorted runs. Yeah, I am with you. I tend to value the wand maybe a little more than most, just in terms of making it easier to manage combat. Even if you've got the book, I mean, it's still, you don't have to sweat. Oh God, when am I going to have enough hearts to get mags, or when am I going to find the white sword, and what dungeon am I going to find it in?
Yeah. Doesn't like bombs.
Yeah. Well, maybe he does have 16. I mean, I totally understand. He's like, I should be fine with 16. You would think, but then there's this 8. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah, this 8 is.
Yeah, and to answer a question in chat, yeah, we have found mags. It is at the Eastern Forest Armo spot. Kingdahl's not able to pick it up at 10 hearts. We have not found the white sword. The white sword's shuffled in with the other dungeon items. The white sword item in this seed is the raft. Both runners have found that. Push block for Kingdahl. Here we go. What do we have? Oh, well. I think he's going to pick it up because why not? But yeah, not the item he was hoping for.
Yeah, that was... Of all the items that are outstanding, that is the worst. But that's information that Kingdahl does not have.
Yeah, if he is able to clear 7 and 8, doesn't have silvers, and he dips 9 and silvers aren't there, yeah, 4 might be the first place he heads back to.
4, 5, he's got left. Obviously 7, but he hasn't seen 7 yet. Let's see. And then whatever's in this 8.
Yeah, Kingdahl doing the best he can with a wood sword. Good combat workers. So we'll find out here in a second whether this is a push block item or a Triforce room, or whether it's nothing. It's nothing, so no harm, no foul for Moonrisen.
Wow, that's just wrong. Does such great combat in a very tough room with darkness, and it's nothing.
Absolutely nothing. God, what does this 8 look like? I am very curious to see what this map is.
Yeah, it's bugging me too, but like you said, it's probably just as linear as 7 and 6, given they're cut from the same grid.
Yeah, that's true that they are. As Moonrisen gets his Triforce out of 4, so he didn't spend a ton of time in 4, but his frustration with 8 got him to clear Western Death Mountain, and now he's seen all 8. He's seen all 9 levels.
Yep. I think, unless he's missing 9, I'm not sure what else he'd be looking for. Maybe another Take Any Heart for a potion?
Yeah, I suppose it's also possible. I don't know whether he saw mags. I know Kingdahl did. As Kingdahl goes and picks up mags, 13 hearts is enough to pick it up. So good for him. That'll quadruple his offense, and he will flute to level 1. He's going to head back into 8.
Wow, the Coke is cheaper than the Pepsi today, 52 and 53. That's funny.
It is, and I live in Coke territory, so that, yay for me, I guess. But yeah, the interesting thing is Kingdahl has not seen 7 yet. So he'll dig 8, and we'll see how linear and gross 8 is. But then he's got to find 7. Moonrisen, at least, he's going to 8, but he knows that after this, he knows exactly where he needs to go to finish up 7. And he already has the item out of 7, so it's really just a Triforce and go at that point.
Yeah, and full health, 2 potions for Moonrisen, so it's hard to imagine that he won't finish this out this run, unless he gets super trolled like Kingdahl did with that waffle room.
Yeah, that room was gross, and I'm worried that Phoenix may be the first place he goes, because that's the last thing he saw, and he knew it was gross. So possibly he goes there, and then, but he's got a combat advantage, so he should be able to clear it out a little faster than Kingdahl was. Well, this seed's making me feel better about the hour-and-a-half seed I ran for fun earlier today that kicked my butt. So we're an hour and a half in, and both our runners are at 6 Triforces, and it's because the seed has thrown a bunch of curveballs at them.
Oh yeah, yeah. These flags, I think, naturally won't produce anything over 90 minutes. Pretty commonly, I want to say. It just depends on things like this, like big levels, no maps. Linear levels, no resources. It's just could be very, very slog-like.
Yeah, and the order in which you find dungeons and try to tackle them, given your offensive and defensive capabilities, can drive you nuts here too. So Moonrisen did not see this room that he's going south from now. This is a potential push block.
This is a push block, actually. The dead giveaway is the key in the corner.
That's right, because we have removed most open stairs on, and with that key in the corner, that is a dead giveaway that this is a push block. And Moonrisen knows that. He's called a few races. So we have an item here, unless this is really segmented. And hey, that's a useful item.
It's definitely useful. Oh my gosh.
What in the actual heck is that?
Oh my gosh, that's not good at all. Wow.
Well, it does explain a lot about how stunted progress was in this seed, but my gosh.
Yeah. And he's seen, I think, like 80% of this 8, so I'd be digging out for this second item just to cover all my bases.
Oh yeah, he's seen pretty much the entire, other than one room there down at the very southeastern tip, that little nub that's sticking out. Yeah, just pay the 33 and move along. Yeah, he's seen everything in the east. So your second item's got to be down here somewhere.
Yeah, I think he's seen most of the middle top portion as well. So just these southern rooms here. This is a new room.
Okay, good. And he can bomb to the south, so he'll be able to pick up, well, these two rooms here. It would not surprise me at all if these two rooms here. We have a second mugger, really, as if this 8 wasn't terrible enough.
Thanks, 8. What a pal.
Well, thankfully, Moonrisen. Well, I guess your alternative was give up one of your 20 bombs, but still, I mean, this 8 is just 8 kinds of gross.
Yeah. You gotta go around this shoot room to get these last 4 rooms to the right here, beyond this dig dugger, which is dig dugger. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting.
What's that?
Oh, the dig dugger block potential right here. If this item is of value.
Yeah, thankfully both runners have the whistle out of 1, so they're going to be able to access it. And thankfully, oh, thanks for the map now, game. That was helpful about half an hour ago.
It actually wasn't dig dugger block. There was a key door. And then
okay.
I thought it was.
Okay, if it's this last room down here. No, okay, it's not. So, what is... It's got to be that one room, that one orphan room down in the south. Oh my god.
That one room in the southeast that they would never know was there because they had no map.
Yeah, if I'm Moonrisen, I'm getting that Triforce, and then... Yeah, he knows he's got to go around through the shoot room to go get it.
Kingdahl's right behind. You gotta find the Triforce room. I imagine Kingdahl, once he sees the trophy, he's just gonna go. He's already proven that with... Oh, maybe he's not.
Well, he's got these 2 rooms here he knows he can't get to any other way, so... And he can check them. Yeah, and I don't blame him for stabbing that old man. But he's gonna see this is not an item room, and... Yeah, oh, he's gonna kill it. Nope. But I suspect he'll probably pick up the Triforce here, and then have a decision to make as to whether he wants to get that second item. Moonrisen's going to go in and get it. He at least knows where it is.
Kingdahl proved me wrong. Gonna dig out the rest of this western side of the level. I find that interesting. Really, he's opting to dig this, but not for the item. I wonder what. I don't know what the reasoning is there.
Yeah, it might have been that with mags now he feels more comfortable that he can do it quickly. But yeah, I'm with you that you didn't dig items out early in other dungeons, but you're digging this. Yeah, I don't know. Kingdahl's going to get the bad news that there's no item in this part of the map. Moonrisen is making a beeline to that one orphan spot down here in the southeast. Good news for him is he's just about to... Yeah, and it's a bomb wall that he never would have thought in a million years to bomb because you're already in the 7th column to the right.
It's a free room.
That's a trolley room, and well, that's kind of important.
Very nice. So this is a turning point in the race right here. If Kingdahl decides to bail, Moonrisen's got a distinct advantage.
Yeah, I mean he already has one because he knows where 7 is. And he's making a beeline for the arrow spot there on Eastern Death Mountain. So he'll be in 7 in a matter of minutes. But yeah, Kingdahl's going to get his Triforce here in about 15 seconds, and then there's a big decision to be made.
Yeah, he's just got the southern. He's got more rooms to clear than Moonrisen did in that eastern side. So let's see if he values finding this item or if he decides to take the gamble.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage of the stage of proceedings, nope, he's bailing. Yeah, at this stage of proceedings, you're an hour and a half in, and you haven't found a level. Yeah, I kind of don't blame him for feeling like you need to prioritize that first and then gamble on 9. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but we know it's the right decision was to stick around, and that's an instance where oddly enough, where Moonrisen's sinking that much time into digging 8 before he got the map helped him because he was able to see by the time he got to the Triforce that there was really only one other room that he had left to clear. So he didn't have to invest a whole bunch of additional time to dig. He could just beeline to that one room, and didn't cost him a ton of time to make that check, and it paid off for him in spades.
Yeah, and let's not forget his item knowledge too. He has more item knowledge than Kingdahl does. Kingdahl did Orphan 5, does not know where 7 is.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, neither runner knows where 5 is, but I mean that to your point earlier about increasing your odds of finding something good. Yeah, Moonrisen has done exactly that here. And here's the Goma block that our runners weren't able to clear before. Well, runner, because Kingdahl hasn't seen 7 yet.
Good thing for Moonrisen is the Triforce is in this room. It's not. That would have given him a pretty sizable time lead into level 9.
Yeah, I wonder, is this something where if the Triforce is buried in 7, because he's already seen it, that bottom half of the map, that maybe this is something that works to his advantage because it increases the time that Kingdahl has to spend in 7? Or this does not really matter at this point?
I don't think so. Given its linear nature, I don't think it's going to matter too much, especially with the Triforce right there. So.
Hey, there we go. Now it's been 3 to 5 business days since we saw level 9. I think it's in the forest somewhere, but I'm not sure. As Kingdahl is going to get the news here about 7 right now. But Moonrisen's off to 9. We'll find out where 9 is. Well, remind me where 9 is here in a second. This is what I get for not having my tracker on.
Right.
Oh, it was at the waterfall. That's right. It was at the waterfall.
Kingdahl finds the wand. He's going to be like, I wish I had this about an hour and a half ago.
An hour, I was going to say, about an hour and a half ago would have been great. So Kingdahl's going to dig out this bottom half of 7 as Moonrisen enters a beefy 9, but not a ridiculous 9. By my count, that's 55 rooms. So, Kathy, what are we looking for in level 9?
We're looking for the roar of Ganon, or we're listening for the roar of Ganon. It can be heard one room adjacent to your location, north, southeast, west. And we're also looking for a door that prior to killing Ganon will not open despite clearing the combat in the room. That door, that will be the location of Zelda. That door will automatically open after killing Ganon, and you can rescue the princess from there.
All right. Now, in dungeons like these, Moonrisen's going to push this block, and he's going to take this stair. I know some runners tend to prioritize skip when you're in a situation like this where you already have silvers, you already have bow, you're in go mode. Some runners would rather take stairs, and I'm kind of in that boat. I kind of want to rule out rooms I don't have to clear. But I know some runners also just kind of prefer going through as many doors as possible, seeing as many rooms as you can as quickly as you can, in the hopes that you'll either find your path to Zelda or you'll hear Ganon. Do you have kind of a general preference when you're in the situation Moonrisen's in, where you have the items you need and you're just looking for Ganon and the princess? Sorry, I meant that as a question. I know I finished that differently.
So in Moonrisen's case, I would definitely at least clear rooms to check where staircases are, because I may need to use them. I won't take them, but I want to dip into them to see if I can find a useful item such as red ring, such as a white sword in this case, because he's still on wood sword. But other than that, I want to take the paths that can eliminate rooms most efficiently. Still, in this case for this dungeon, the second row from the bottom, heading directly east, is a good line to take, so you can eliminate both the top and bottom row there for Ganon.
Okay, yeah. When you see a map like that where you've got both on that east side, where you've got a potential choke point, and you've got a couple of rooms there where there's only really one spot where, if Ganon's there, there's only one spot where you're going to be able to hear him. If you see that, are you generally kind of tending to prioritize getting over there and ruling those out?
100%, yeah. And given I've already gotten bow and silvers, I would try and walk there as much as I could, and I won't take stairs until I'm forced to. But yeah, he should be, to do this efficiently, you should take this row right here, go all the way to the right as much as you can, to eliminate at least 3 rows for Ganon's position.
Yep. No, it makes total sense. Meanwhile, on Kingdahl's side, I'm not sure what he's digging for. He has the item out of 7, and he now knows where the Triforce is.
It's a good question. He took a staircase that either took a staircase or maybe he forgot about the one. I'm not sure.
I don't know, but one thing we are sure of on Moonrisen's side is we've found Zelda. She's at the bottom of the second A column.
Very nice. So yeah, now not clearing any more rooms if I can help it. I'm just gonna try and find Ganon.
I'm wondering if Kingdahl forgot that he picked up the wand early in 7 and is trying to dig out the item.
Yeah, unless he found a different staircase that Moonrisen did, and that took him to the further west side of this dungeon. I'm not too sure.
I mean, that can happen when you mismark something, or you're an hour 45 in. Both our runners have to be kind of frustrated at this point with how much of a slog it's been. So I would completely understand if that happened, but yeah, that's rough. Meanwhile, on Moonrisen's side, to your point a minute ago about wanting to clear those potential orphan spots, Moonrisen found himself in one. It's a one-off room that he can't get out of. So at least he's eliminated that from potential for where Ganon is.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of annoying. It's a troll staircase, but it does give you that peace of mind. He's not going to be in that one weird room. Now there is that potential in the E column. Those 2 spots up the north side. Those
2 bridge-like spots. Yeah. Yeah. So Moonrisen's checking his map, seeing where he needs to go, but he's going in that exact direction that you talked about, getting to that eastern part of the map, because there's a good chunk of rooms that he may not be able to get to otherwise.
All right, Kingdahl back into 4. Gonna eliminate this item here. Gonna be disappointed. He's gonna find the boomerang, but again, knowledge is knowledge.
So is this like a meta play, given that you're an hour 45 in and you think that if silvers are in 9, you're beat? So you hope that silvers are not in 9 and you can find them, and that your opponent's digging 9 now, trying to find them?
It could be. I'm not sure if Kingdahl metas him or not, if it's something he does, but if at the very least this is going to, give him more information on his, and help him decide whether he wants to gamble 8 and gamble 5.
Yeah, neither runner knows what's in 5. Our options are the white sword, the blue boomerang, and the red ring. So Kingdahl's about to get the bad news here about the item in 4. And, nope, that's peace out. But he is going to save, so I wonder if that dictates where he's going to go next.
8's not too far down. We could whistle, I think you said to 1?
Yeah. 1 is down in the southwest corner.
going to 5. This makes sense. Oh, just
Oh,
going less than 5
he's
minutes.
going to go to 9 because 9's right here at the waterfall.
Okay.
Interesting that Moonrisen's going to clear this Dig Dogger room. He doesn't need the compass. He knows where Zelda is. He might want to clear the Manhandler room right here if he can, because that's a potential push block.
He was clearing that room to see if the Ganon Roar was in that room. Because
that makes sense. All right, no dice there down in the far southeastern corner. As Kingdahl is going to plow through 9, he's going to get the bad news eventually that the silvers are not in here, but it's a question of whether it's going to take him finding both items to do it or whether he'll encounter an old man who'll do it.
I don't think hints are on this flag set, so...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's not going to get that hint. You're right.
I imagine he'll dig out both items if he's already here. But he's already proven me wrong like 5 times tonight, so maybe
Fair enough. All right, Moonrisen can't bomb to the right out of this room, but he may be able to bomb the right out of this number 5 room. Well, he's not going to try it here.
This 9 being very linear, especially on this eastern side. So I think stairs are the answer. Here's another thing too on the fly decision making. When you're getting a 9 that's not giving you much to work with, maybe changing your strategy up to taking more stairs as opposed to just trying to walk it is a good thing.
Yeah, and here's Exhibit A right here, because Moonrisen gets spit out right in that area that he was trying to bomb to.
And I wonder if he hears the roar.
Oh, that's a good point. He may very well have heard the roar from that room up at the top of the bottom half of the E column.
Yeah, my audio is very low. Maybe he didn't. I'm not sure.
Well, he's going to have to clear out this Dig Dogger room to find out if... okay, well, maybe not. No, he must not have. He must be looking for a path up.
Nice block clip.
Yeah, that's very well done. That's one of the few tricks I can do is block clip, but I can't do the reverse block clip. So, always impressed when people can do that in a timed race setting in a shutter room, in a turnstile room like that. Here's a stair we haven't seen yet. It's an item. It's the blue boomerang. Okay, so it's useful information. As if this seed didn't have enough trolls already, and you can't bomb up to the north.
2 of the 3 items that Moonrisen could have pulled would have helped him, the white sword and the red ring, and he gets the blue boomerang. That's just not cool.
Yeah, but the good news is the other item definitely will help him. He just hasn't found it yet.
Right. Alright, so I'm thinking, I almost said Bowser, Ganon. It's in the northwest.
Well, if you have Shaddy sprites, it is Bowser.
Yes.
All right, if I'm Moonrisen here, I'm bombing to the north before I take this stair. He's going to take the stair and see what it is. It's our second item, and that is going to help him. Oh, it's the white sword, but he's not going to pick it up.
There we go, okay.
Okay, he is going to pick it up. I was going to say...
Yeah. So that puts red ring in 5.
Yep, so Moonrisen's not going to see that. So he's going to have to do this again and fight on green tunic. He has a blue potion, so he should be okay. And he can't bomb up north to the top of the C column. But Kingdahl has stumbled onto something interesting. Here in the far northwest of the map, he's found Ganon, but he does not have the silver. So the question is going to be, can he bomb out of this room? He cannot, and he took a Hyrule Driver for punishment.
Okay. So it looks like he took the same stair that Moonrisen did to get up to the north part. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But important. Oh, okay. I was about to say Kingdahl is out of 9. Maybe he's gone to another dungeon, but it looks like he is.
He fluted to 6. I don't think he meant to go to 6. Is he going to 5?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
We'll get him his red ring. Nice to have, but not what he wants. And he's going to check that one room that he missed on the west side, hoping that it's there, not the Dig Dugger, which is, I believe, just north on the very right column.
I think you're right. I think it's like that far northeast room, and he's going to be able to blast his way through this landmark room. But still, this is going to be time that he's going to sink to get the red ring, but it's not going to be what he's looking for. On Moonrisen's side, he's going to take this stair. I don't know that we've seen this stair yet. I think that was in a Dodongo room. But it's going to put him up in the northeast part of the map. Now, if he goes left here, which he's going to do, he should stumble onto Ganon's room here in a moment, particularly if he's able to bomb to the north or bomb to the west out of here.
And I think you could bomb to the west here, because I saw Kingdahl's map, and yeah, this looks like the path, so...
There it is. All right, Moonrisen's going to hear the roar here. He knows he has to clear this room. Well, he actually doesn't know that, but he's going to clear this room. He's going to skip those bombs in favor of getting into Ganon's room. Hopefully he gets his potion ready, and at 1 hour and 54 minutes and change, we've got Ganon, and we have the ability to take him out. And yep, got a Hyrule Driver for starters, so he's going to use his blue potion here.
Let's see if we can get the stun lock. He's right here in this corner. There's a good chance. Oh no, get out, get out, get out!
This is going to be tight. It's a good thing he picked up the white sword. Oh no, he took a shot to the beam to the face.
And back to start he goes, but he's got the location now.
Yeah, and he's checking his map. He's probably looking at his tracker because he has the path. He just needs to piece together how to get there. He is going to see. I bet he's going to go buy a potion. I don't blame him one bit here. Well, that fairy would be nice.
Yeah, there is an issue though. He doesn't have enough money. I think they were 52 and 53 for the cost.
You are correct. They are. It's 53 for the Pepsi and 52 for the Coke. So okay, so he's got. He's gonna take the stairs here. There may be a money spot. Yeah, this Vanilla 7 spot. I don't know if he picked it up, but he's definitely at least gonna get a potion, heart refill here.
Yeah, and he doesn't know it, but if he goes to 5, actually, he should know it. He should know if he goes to 5, he'll get his red ring, which is one screen north of level 9.
Okay, now where is Kingdahl headed at this point? Well, that's level 8, so this is the right play. He does not know that yet, but it is definitely the right play. As Moonrisen finds his third large secrets, now he has enough money to get a potion. I like the fact that he's being methodical here. I know you're an hour 57 in, but at the same time, you're on Green Tunic, and the path back to Ganon is long, so. Totally get wanting to make sure you are fully armed to bear before going back in.
Yeah, I would consider saving right here for Moonrisen to save the fact that you've got a potion, you've got money, or you're going to get a potion rather. Once he gets his potion, save, go back, refill your health, then go to 9. That way you don't have to continue to buy potions should you fail again.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Now he may be feeling like he's behind and he needs to scramble, so he may forget to do that. Well, he didn't mean to go back into that cave, but that's fine. So yeah, and is he going to take the any roads back there rather than whistle? Yeah, it looks like it.
Don't look now, but Kingdahl is just a couple rooms away from his silvers, and he's got red ring.
He does, so he's going to be able to make quick work out of this. But Moonrisen's back in 9, and he's got a potion. He's got a red potion, and he knows the path to Ganon, and he knows the path to the princess. So it's going to be a matter. It's going to come down to whether he can take out Ganon in this fight.
Yeah, Kingdahl has the path to Ganon as well. I'm not sure if he's got the path to Zelda, but he's got the path to Ganon. So this race has gotten really tight, really fast.
That's a really good point. I don't know if I don't know if Kingdahl has that path to Zelda. She's fairly close to start. She's at the bottom of that second A column, I believe. But yeah, Moonrisen basically, if he's going to win this, he needs to win this fight with Ganon.
He's gotta be careful. And Kingdahl has mags too, so it's gonna take half the sword swings for him to kill Ganon.
It's a good point. And yeah, red ring and mags means he's going to have a much easier fight. But if Moonrisen can pull this off, if he can not get bopped here, first of all, if he can win this fight, then he's got this race. And if he's going to drink his potion now, I like this. Don't even take a chance of having to slog back here. Just this is your shot, so let her rip. Boy, this race tightened up really fast. Here's Ganon for the second time on Moonrisen's side. Kingdahl not far behind.
Oh, he's got the lock. Oh, he lost it. No.
Oh, he should get it back here. He's there. One more shot. Yep. Do not take a chance. Drink that potion. You need one more hit on Ganon to get through the fight. As Kingdahl is going to make his entry into Ganon's room, and he's got it.
Okay, you got to up A here. There you go. I think he's got this by a matter of seconds.
Boy, this snugged up really fast. Yeah, and he's just got to go 2 screens to the right, and he'll be able to get to Zelda's room.
Wow. Okay, don't die here. Okay, good. It's a free room. And get those GGs out in chat for MoonrisenPhoenix.
What a win with a racetime.gg time of 2 minutes and 1 second, or 2 hours and 1 minute flat. What a tight race.
Oh, wow.
Really? Yeah.
And I don't think Kingdahl has this Zelda's location. He's down south of Ganon's room. Considering where he is right now.
Yeah, he may up an A here in a moment once he takes this stare. I think maybe he's just now getting the news that Moonrisen is finished. Whew, boy, for folks who've been watching the All Boards No Swords, as we welcome MoonrisenPhoenix into chat. GG's, Moonrisen.
GG, oh my goodness, this happened?
Yeah, this was a slog, and unfortunately, we only have a couple of minutes before the next event that's going to happen here, so we can't talk for too long. But my gosh, that seed was a slog and a half. So talk us through kind of your thought process as you were gathering items. One thing I will tell you is that pick up fairly early, not just finding 7, but getting the wand made your combat a lot easier, clearing all the levels.
I will admit the wand was huge. The ladder was even bigger, in my opinion, since I did have a race last night and I took like an hour and a half to find the ladder, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, boy, that 9 was a challenge, but my God, for both of you, that level 8 was just disgusting.
Level 8 was, hey, find the bomb hole. Find the bomb hole. Where's the bomb hole? Hey, whatever. A couple of quick questions for you guys. Was the item in 5 red ring?
Yes, it was. Kingdahl just found it probably about 5 minutes ago.
Fine. And where was Mags? And how many hearts was it?
Mags took at least 12, probably 13 hearts to get. It was at the bottom of the 3 eastern Armos spots in the forest.
And I completely mistracked that. Nice.
So yeah, that white sword find in 9 also helped with your combat. Certainly the second time when you faced Ganon.
Absolutely. I knew it's like one of the key points was after the first fight. I'm like, okay, I need a potion to do it. Oh crap, I'm broke. Wait a minute. Didn't I leave a secret there at the southwest? And all of a sudden I find the secret, and oh my goodness, it's a large. It's 100 rupees. I can get the potion and I can do this.
Yeah, that was great tracking on your part, and good job keeping your composure, just taking your time, thinking about what you need to do to complete the fight with Ganon. I thought that was very impressive.
Thank you. To be fair, though, I was looking at the timer the whole time. It's like 140. Kingdahl's still not done. 150. He's still not done. We're 2 hours in. He's not done. Do I have a shot here?
As it turned out, you absolutely did. Trolley 8, Trolley 9, dungeons all over the map. This was gross from start to finish, but you handled it really well. As Kingdahl has found the compass, he's found the path to Ganon, so get your GGs in chat, everybody, for Kingdahl, with an official racetime.gg time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 32 seconds.
And GG's to Kingdahl as well. Full credit to him. This guy is absolutely no slouch. Came in the top 16 in Swiss at the spring tournament. Had a heck of a run there, and is probably the group favorite to move on here.
Yeah, really well run race by both of you in frankly a disgusting seed to have to run, but you both handled it really well. I don't know whether we're going to have time to talk to Kingdahl because we do have an event coming up right after this. But any final thoughts, Moonrisen, before we let you go? I know we gotta bounce for another event.
Absolutely. GG's again to Kingdahl. Thank you guys for the comms. Thank you for tracking, and thank you to the Speed Game community for allowing us to restream the tournament on their channels. And thank you to the viewers for sticking around and cheering us on. Wouldn't be able to do this without you.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to JLo for tracking. Caffey, thanks for jumping in and doing comms with me on this race. So up next, in a matter of minutes, we have Vincent versus Darkfalls in a potential brackets clinching match, which will begin in less than 3 minutes. So stick around, everybody. Thanks.